Hello, welcome to my channel. This is Silent Calls Tarot. I'm Nini, and I'm gonna do an energy read for the collective. It's not for any specific sign, but it's for whoever is guided to these messages. All of my information for contacting me is available in the description box below. It'll be the link to my website as well as my email address, so you can have direct contact with me. So let Spirit guide you with these messages, and yeah. So Spirit, I allow you to use me as a vessel. Please help me to hear, speak, and see clearly. And I do thank you for this opportunity. Help us to receive these messages clearly. And I ask you to protect me and us as we're in this energy. And we do thank you for this opportunity. Okay, so I have some notes, some messages from when I was meditating in my backyard or whatever. But I was receiving messages because I had been guided to go out and, just ground myself. And I haven't really been grounding as much as I used to. So this grounding was more, I would say, more peculiar than it usually is. So in the process before, I think I wrote this a day before, but they had me to write out like my own my own manifestations and things that I wanted to bring into fruition, and like energy that I wanted to release and to bring in after me releasing things. And they had me to write receiver. Now I know me personally, I'm usually always in the giver type energy. I always give more of myself. Well, I used to always give too much and not be open to receiving. So I've been pushed more into allowing things to come to me, and more so allowing things to be implemented into my life rather than me always giving, but creating a balance of my giving and receiving. And that's pretty much what I wrote on here. I'm playing an abundance hertz. Wow, this is the same hertz I've been playing for most of these last few readings, the 888 hertz, 88 hertz, and 8 hertz. But I've been seeing that number a lot, like the 808 and 8 itself. So maybe you need to look into what that number symbolizes. I know it's a number for abundance and a number for movement, but it's more so of you aligning to move here. Okay, so they had me to write, let me make sure I'm not leaving out any pages. I was. Okay, they had me to write leader, not follower, energy healer, they're watching, and to look up. But when I was writing this, I was outside meditating and, sunbathing, but I was getting energy from the sun and, getting messages from nature. Like it's, but being able to get in the energy within myself to receive from natural things here, the sun, the leaves, the trees, the ground, the dirt, animals, insects and different things. Now they had me to write reaching beyond limitations, receiving intuitive messages from and in nature, sun guides, sun bathing, sun healing, sunlight replenishing cells, cellular activation, grounding for clarity, dare to be different, releasing writer's block, blocked emotions and mental. And they had me to write the song. I don't know the exact name of the song, but it's the song where it says, I'm coming, Lord, all by myself, don't call the road till I get there, but I'm coming, Lord. That song. And when I was writing that song, they were showing me pretty much how you have to align yourself. You have to put yourself in a position to receive. Like, you're not always going to be giving everything. You know how they say you have to be, like the ebb and flow. Instead of you being in the energy of always expecting, I wouldn't say expecting, but expecting things to just come to you, you have to get on the frequency of the things that you want to come to you. That's like a quality for manifesting. You have to align with what you want to bring about. But they were showing me this as aligning with the destiny that you want to receive, or the destiny that you are to be in alignment with, in order to receive these destined things here. Now they had me to write the fly symbolism as a spirit guide. The fly, they had me to write 1 with nature, 1 with the trees, and 1 as an angel number. I know 1 is like for beginnings, bringing about new, but it also symbolizes, well, to me it also symbolizes a closing, because you have to come from the end to get to a beginning. You have to close one door to get to another door, but when that one door closes, you have to know that there's another one that's going to open for you to move ahead and for you to start anew. They had me to write fruits, fly, and bitter. Now when they were showing me this, they were showing me, because I was going to look into online things that explain about what the fly may symbolize. But with me, as I was meditating and different things, there were a lot of flies around, and there was nothing like smelly or anything, but they were showing me this fly as like a fruit fly, but it comes for the things that I would say project out, or they exude, what is that, like a fragrance or a sense. They love the sense of things, so they come and they it's like a gathering, but they were showing me it as a gathering for the sense, that sweetness. Now I know when you are in like you are in like a peculiar, that's a word for today, the peculiar type energy, you give off a fragrance. I know they say like a stench, or it smells sweet to those that are to come to you, or those that are repelled away from you, but they were showing me it as like a sweetness that is attracting things. So getting into the energy, maybe you need to eat fruit that'll give off like your skin, when you release toxins and different things, but your skin will release a fruity like smell that'll attract things to you, the things that are necessary, like a flower. Okay, they had me to write photosynthesis and the process of water life and the cycle of water. They had me to write past life cycle, the plants family and its bond with the sun, and we are just like plants. I was meditating with, these are the messages that I was getting, because as I was meditating and I was sitting in the yard, I was just feeling like, well, I was it's gonna sound so weird, but I was allowing myself to be able to communicate with nature and to communicate with the trees and different things, and to actually hear on a deeper level. And as I was sitting there, I was hearing like the trees saying, you're just like us if you are in tune with what we are in tune with, the natural things and the natural flow of life, and how water, because I was looking at the garden that we have, and I was looking at how when there's a seed planted, a seedling that's planted, the water comes from the sky, but it actually comes from the ground, but it's evaporated up into the sky, and it's, it goes through its process up there, but it then comes back down, and then it repeats itself. But as it comes back down, it's replenishing things on the earth and making these things new, but it gives life, it brings forth life as it's doing this process. And then these plants or whatever, they release certain things that nature needs to recycle things, but they were showing me like how things recycle itself, and how we recycle ourselves and energy from different lifetimes that we've lived. But it's like how when you recycle certain things, you have to release certain things that are not, I would say, that are not applicable for the new. They cannot go within the new. They are like toxins that have to be removed here. Okay, they had me to write tending to you as your garden, as you being a garden and a vessel, but tending to your own vessel and how you are, I would say, the well-being that you have, your health, and how you are to maintain like a cleansing type energy within yourself. You're always in the process of cleansing yourself from different energies that you pick up and that you bring out, but creating a cycle of, I would say, a cycle of recycling energy within you and removing things that are not supposed to stay, removing toxic things, removing things that cannot help you to grow. Okay, and then they have to write the different things that go within the water cycle: precipitation, condensation, evaporation. And they have me to write the return, recycle, to be made new, refresh, fruitful, and fertilizer. Okay, they had me to write, nothing is new under the sun. Energy to reuse, absorption, and absorption is to take in. Okay. Whew. I just got a burst of energy. They had me to write rags to riches, releasing fears and self-doubts, experience. Okay, now when I was in the barbershop, because I got, y'all know I got my hair cut or whatever, and I got it tied up right now, but as I was in the barbershop, I was sitting and I was listening to the barber. He was cutting someone else's hair, but they were talking as I came in with my son. But he was talking about how he had an opportunity in life because he was able to use his gift of artistry. He was able to draw and paint different things, but he had a creative mind where he was very talented. Well, I would say he still is, because he was saying that he still is, and you don't really just lose your gift. It's just the effort that you put in to use it or to just let it go or whatever. Now, he was talking about how he had this opportunity to go off to school for an art scholarship and to pursue his dreams of being an artist, but he did not take this opportunity, and how he regretted it as he had aged in life. He regretted it, but he was talking about his past as him being like a younger adult here. He had the opportunity to go off to school to pursue his passions or the dreams that he had, but instead of him pursuing these dreams, he just got a job to, just make ends meet. And he was saying that he regretted not going and not following his dreams, because as he got older and he got up in age, he was realizing that he had not pursued the things that he actually wanted to pursue. So, like, not missing your opportunity. Now, they had me to write, go get your blessing. And me and my brother, because I'm on this fast from things that I know are not good for me, or that I feel like would not get me to a level of receiving or a level of manifestation that I want to get to. So it's day 8 that I've been doing this fast, but the fast that we're on is called No More Quicksand Energy, and it's to release things that help you to stay in an energy of feeling lack, of feeling doubt, of feeling fear, of feeling like you will not have enough. You know how quicksand always pulls you down and you can never just get out, but you're always feeling like you're being weighed down. But that's the energy that we're in. So maybe that's going to be the title of the reading. It's Pound No More Quicksand Energy. Okay, now they had me to write healing wounds, healing womb, like the womb. And they had me to write more faith, less fear, releasing bad habits that hold me from evolving. Okay, they had me to write sun goddess, meditation, prophecy, crown chakra healing. Okay, those are all the notes that I have. And I'm going to pull from this deck to see what messages we need to receive. 1313 was on the clock. Let me make sure my cards are in the upright. Okay. Some are, some aren't. Let's make sure. Okay, there are now. Okay, this is, I'm going to use some of my Florida water that I have to cleanse me and my cards. I've already kind of cleansed, but yeah, then got to do it again. Okay, we have the World card on the bottom of the deck. That's an ending, a cycle ending, but that one door closes, another one opens, but allowing this door to close and being vulnerable, but being open here, being open to receive here. So Spirit, can you please show us what we need to see? And we do thank you for this opportunity. Okay, we have the King of Swords and we have the Knight of Wands here. They said knowledge, but how he's looking at this Knight of Wands here. Now with this, they're showing me you looking at the knowledge that you've gained from childhood up until now, the things that you've experienced as a child up until now, but looking at your inner child and how it's been taught and the lessons that is learned, but being able to apply this to your now, they're showing me like a now crowning, but now that you've been crowned with this glory, that's what they're showing me now, how to apply like a plow in your garden, how to plant, how to fertilize, how to grow things, how to grow yourself here, but using these lessons and this knowledge and this experience that you gained in a younger state of your being here, or younger, I would say, they say a younger intellect that you gained on a younger intellect or from a younger perspective, to apply it into your now in order to, they said, to invoke growth, invoke evolving here. Let me pick this up a little bit. Okay, is there anything else that you need to show us? 15:15 on the clock, and we do thank you for this opportunity. Can you please show us what else we need to see? Okay, I saw this card when I was shuffling, but it came on out, the Empress here. Now the Empress represents, to me, the Empress represents growth, fertility, abundance, but it also represents a energy where you have to get into alignment with expectancy, and not in a mindset where you can, it's like you have to get into the energy of, I know what I know, and I know what I know, and there's no doubt in my mind that I know what I know, but I know what I've received. I've received what I've been asking for, and I'm going to go forth with this knowing and this received energy, this received knowledge, this fertile ground, this food for your soul, this soul food to grow my soul, to evolve here, but aligning with what you know to be able to grow yourself and to evolve the things around you. They're showing me like a planter. They keep showing me like a planter, a farmer here, but for this farm to grow, for your fertilization, you're having to implement. It's like in order for things to grow around you, you have to see yourself as growth. You have to see yourself as this abundance. You have to see yourself as this fertile ground, because this fertile ground, these hands, that's what they're showing me, like your hands are fertile, but you have to maintain this fertility within yourself, or everything you touch will, perish here. It's like you are the fertilizer of your life here, but for you to maintain this energy, you have to know that you are this fertilizer, and how to embody this fertilizing energy. You have to embody this Empress type energy that grows things, that is in abundance. Okay, but how she's holding on to her shield and this sword, I think that's like a sword or a staff here. You have to protect what you want to grow. Now, I know with like the garden that we have, insects and birds and different things, they pluck up things before they're actually fully grown, but you have to protect what you are growing. You have to put down certain things that repel these things from wanting to feed on what you're growing before it has made, I would say, it has made it to the state in which you can actually take it from the garden here. But being able to protect what you are growing here, it's like protecting your mind from that fear, that doubt, the things that would help you to, it will like help you to release what you are growing, but it's more so like help you to stay in a stagnant type energy, help you to lose these, it'll help you to not get where you want to go, to not grow what you want to grow. It's releasing this mentality of doubt, this mentality of fear, this mentality of lack, this mentality of infertility here. Be fruitful, multiply. I see blessings on your life. That song is called Be Fruitful. We have the Hermit's card. Okay, now with this card, they said being a teacher and a student here, because they're showing me like he's looking at someone else here, but as he's looking at someone else, he's in this wisdom or this wise type energy, and he's teaching someone how to do certain things here. But in this energy of teaching, he's also learning from what is being displayed by this student that has learned from him. But in this energy of this student and teacher type energy, he's learning. He's in this energy of allowing himself to be taught, and also allowing himself to teach. But he has to stay in this energy of They say trusting what he's being taught and trusting what he's teaching in order for him to gain more wisdom, or in order for him to see the fruit of his labor here. It's like a teacher raising up a student. Well, I would say like a parent and raising up a child. How you can see what you have implemented, the things that you have taught your child, how this child learns from the things that you have taught, but this child also teaches you things based upon what they've learned from you and their surroundings. They also teach you, but you have to maintain this energy of I can receive from this and I can also teach it, but it can also teach me here. We have the Six of Pentacles. That's that receiving and giving on an equal balance, in an equal level here, but being able to allow and to receive here. Allow anything, allow in things and allow things to go out, being in an ebb and flow type energy. They're showing me like the symbolism of the infinity symbolism. How I wrote on the paper, nothing is new under the sun, but that recycling, being able to recycle in the things that you need and teaching the things that you need and being able to receive the things that you need, but also being able to know what to pluck out of this energy. How you have to weed out your garden of things that are not necessary, things that would inhibit growth here. Okay, is there any kind of advice that we need to give to the collective? Hold on, my deck just flipped all upside down. Okay, let me put these back in the upright. And that's a message in itself here, being able to see from a different perspective here, being able to shift upside down like the hangman, being able to see things from a different perspective, but being able to allow yourself to see things from a different perspective. That teacher and student position, being able to see things from a learning perspective and also being able to see things from a teacher perspective. Okay, we have the Ace of Swords here, but also being able, they're showing me like discernment, being able to know what's true, being able to discern what is an opportunity and what is not an opportunity, but being able to, it's like being able, they're showing me like a 6 and a 9 here, that perspective shift here, but being able to recognize what is needed and what is not needed. That's that they're watching with this Page of Swords. They're watching to, it's like the universe is watching to see what you are going to hold on to and what you're going to let go of, but what you're going to allow in, for them to allow in this destiny here. But it's like in order for you to receive, you have to release things that you know cannot go on this pathway with you, that will not get you into the destined place that you are to be. It's like I was talking to someone and they were showing me, he was showing me about how like a process with manifestation, you have to know that there's something that's always listening to your thoughts. It's always listening to what you speak out. Like the universe is always listening to what you have to say, but you have to know that it's always listening in order for you to get in alignment with what you actually want to manifest, what you actually want to bring about into fruition, because you can create things that'll be like a blockage for you and to you. I see my nose ring, y'all. It's irritating. But you have to know what you are bringing about, what you are allowing in, what you are manifesting, what you are speaking out. Like the power of life and death lies in your tongue. This is what you are having to come into fruition with, but you're having to maintain this knowledge of knowing that you can create a heaven or a hell for yourself based upon what you, the energy that you give off. Like how they say the universe is always listening, and whether you are manifesting from fear or a confident place, it's listening, and it's going to bring about the things that you are sending out the energy of, whether it's actually good for you or not, but it's going to align with how you see yourself, the perspective that you see yourself in, and the intellect, like the intelligence that you are holding, whether you are manifesting from a creative space or you are manifesting from a fear-based space here. We have a dove that's flying here. I've been seeing so many of them. That hope here, giving you a sense of hope here, giving you a sense of knowing. They're showing me like ancestors, they're all listening. Everything is in a, it's like, you know how they say everything comes to to your call, your begging and your call. When it's time for you to create, everything is listening for you to get into the energy, or more so for you to speak out what you want. But it's like they started singing a song. I don't know what this song is, but they say heaven is waiting on you. Like it's waiting for you to create. So I'm going to leave this here. I do thank you all for visiting my channel. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, whatever you feel led to do. Let spirit guide you with these messages. All of my information for contacting me is available in the description box below. And yeah, thank you all for visiting. Bye.